Shalom, Israel. All praises, honor, and glory goes to YAHAWAH, BAHASHam, YAHAWASHI. For the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom. Double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone. And shalom to the like men doing his work in truth and in sincerity. Alright, this is yet another, sad attempt of our people trying to beg the white man for peace. But, hey, the Most High not with that shit, alright? He wants our people to turn into him, man. Which is why it's so very important to follow the Most High, man. If not, you're just gonna straight up die, man. That's it. Alright. This is 9 people injured, 44 arrested in Charlotte night riots. A man speaks to police in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina during a protest of police shooting of Keith Scott in Charlotte, North Carolina. The second night of violent protests in Charlotte resulted in 9 people injured and 44 arrested. According to the city's police chief, he refused to make public the tape of the fatal police shooting of a black man that led to protests. The 44 arrestees are charged with failure to disperse, assault, and breaking and entering. Chief Kerr Putney said during a press conference on Thursday morning. Read back. The second night of violent protests resulted in 9 people injured and 44 arrested. He refused to make public the tape of the fatal shooting of a black man that led to protests. So the reason why they're protesting, once again, because of injustice. Here it is, the cops, shot another jig down without any reasoning. Alright, shedding innocent blood. So they got every right to be mad. So, of course they go and protest about it. But then the police go like, fuck that. You're not getting no answers and get off the streets. Dealing with them unrighteously. Alright, for them shedding innocent blood. Alright, it says the Salaki. The protests were sparked by the fatal police shooting. Well, read this. State of emergency. One shot. Troops deployed as police brutality protests turned violent in Charlotte. Alright. So all these protests most likely was peaceful. Started off as peaceful rally. Just wanted to get some answers. But then it got violent, man. Alright. Which is the so-called white man's agenda. Most likely he probably has some agent provocateurs, to turn it violent. And also, most importantly, that's the Most High agenda, because he wants to start that race war, man, and bring in that martial law. Alright, the protest was sparked by the fatal police shootings of Keith Lamont Scott in the North Carolina city on Tuesday. There are conflicting reports of whether he had a gun or a book in his hand. The killing has provoked 2 nights of riots in the city. Yeah, man. And you notice over time, man, you see more and more of these articles more frequently. Why is that? Because they have an agenda to push, man. The police, alright, and really over them, alright, the leaders of the society, the elites, they want to push that martial law, man. And they have an agenda to push as well, man. Let me see. Putney said that the protest started at 6 p.m. local time as a peaceful demonstration. But later a group moved to Trade Street and another group moved to Interstate 277, shutting down the loop. Protesters started damaging property at about 10:30 p.m. Charlotte authorities declared a state of emergency. Wow. So it began as a peaceful protest, then it got dangerous, man. Alright, and most importantly, that's the Most High too, man. Alright, this is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 8. The way of peace they know not. I'm going to start at 7. Their feet run in evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. It's talking about Israel. Their thoughts are thought of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. Alright? Because on the whole, day to day, Israel's killing each other, dealing with each other unrighteously, selling drugs to one another. Alright? Trying to get with another man's woman. Israel's doing this to each other. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Alright, so when we out there, alright, and we trying to restore order to the society, alright, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, our people don't understand it. In which case they curse us out for doing so. Alright, so it says, they made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us. Alright? Alright, now people constantly try to wait for justice from the white man. Alright? With these peaceful protests. We wait for light, but behold obscurity. Alright, they wait for justice to be served. Alright, for these policemen to be sent to jail. But nothing happens. For brightness, but we walk in darkness. Alright? We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. And our people are in desolate places, man. Alright, wake up one day. Alright, probably go to the store, whatever the case may be. You fuck around and get shot, man. Alright? If not for your own people, by the so-called white man. We roar all like bears and mourn sore like doves. Alright? And you look at that Jake in that picture. He was roaring, man. He was mourning. Alright? We roar all like bears and mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none. For salvation, but it is far off from us, man. Alright? Because they trust in man. Alright? Which leads me to that Jeremiah 17:5. Let me get it real quick. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departed from the Lord. Alright? So our people is cursed, man. Going back to the curses in Deuteronomy 28. Alright? This is verse for salvation, but it is far off. Isaiah 59:12. For our transgressions are multiplied before thee. Alright? And our sins testify against us. For our transgressions are with us, and as for our iniquities, we know them. And transgression and lying against the Lord, and departing away from our God, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood. That's our people, man, day in and day out. Alright, departing away from the Most High, speaking oppression and revolt. Alright, speaking about against, the society, the everyday, basically the everyday struggles that we have to go through, man. You hear that in Jake's songs. Alright, and it says, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood. Alright, uttering from that heart, words of falsehood, man. Alright, speaking against the Most High. Alright, speaking wickedly. Alright, just doing all manner of wickedness, man. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. Oh, and another thing, man, our people like to do, man, right now, a lot of our people try to turn to God, saying, oh, God, help me, making it seem like they love the Most High, but they really don't, man. Alright, they're just in their distress, and that's the spirit of people, the only one to turn to the Most High in their distress. This is verse 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. Alright? And that's us, man. The scriptures say, he that departed from evil make himself a prey, man. That's us, man. We made ourselves a prey. Alright? Trying to serve the Most High in truth, sincerity, man. Alright? But, you know, just a quick little lesson. I don't want to keep rambling on, you know, basically, you know, Esau shedding innocent blood. Alright? But it's like everything. There's a cause and effect to it, man. Because our people are so wicked. That's what leads the Most High to allow Esau to shed innocent blood, man. But the scriptures say this. Alright? Luke 13:3. I tell you, nay, but except you repent, ye shall all likewise perish. Alright? You know, so with that, Lord willing, brothers edified. Shalom, Israel.